Hi, welcome again for my second episode of Tarot for Insight. And today we're going to talk about feeling vague when you're unsure about something or you don't know which way to go. I'm going to explain to you how tarot cards can give you a little insight and push you into new ways of thinking so you have good critical thinking and make the best decisions for yourself. Tarot is wonderful once you learn how to read it correctly. It can tell you when to go forward with something, when to back off of something. It even gives you insights about your own personality that you didn't even realize yourself. So I would suggest tarot to anybody at any time if they're just questioning something, or especially an aspect of their personality that they need to know about, that maybe something's hindering them and they don't know why it's hindering them. I'll give you an example with my own life just to explain how tarot can really like kind of clear things up or explain things to you. Of course, you've probably seen this YouTube channel. I wrote a book. Unfortunately, the book didn't do as good as I wanted. In fact, actually, it did like shit. But anyways, I did a personality reading on me. Of course, I did the book before I got into tarot. And there are two cards that came up in this reading, and it really spoke to me. And it's like, God, why didn't I have these cards before I sent this book out? And one of these cards was the Tower. Now, the Tower card is, and it more or less, it's your ego falling down. It is a moment where your security in yourself falls down. It's an awakening. And that's kind of how the book went. This card came up in my reading as an aspect of my personality. And, I thought, this card is people that are talented, but they can, sometimes let their ego override their ass. And, I thought the writing would, sell itself. And I remember going to workshops and people would say, oh, you need a network and you need a platform. And I'm like, no, the writing is sell itself. Well, it didn't sell itself. So there you go. There is a Tower card. There was my Tower moment, my ego came crashing down. I did something. It didn't work how I wanted, okay? But boy, if I had only knew tarot before I sent this book out, might have had me take a step back and go, all right, get your shit together a little better. Then this other card came out. It was the Three of Wands in my reading. And this means that I'm prone to do things quickly, make hasty decisions, like probably this freaking YouTube channel. But anyways, make hasty decisions, do things too quickly, careless mistakes, not enough research before you do something. And this fit all the categories with my book story. I'm telling you, I should have shopped around for better publishers, cheaper publishers. Should have tried to find some people maybe that were in my corner that could help me, like that were in the business. Because this card tells you all about recklessness, carelessness, but also it tells you something that kind of helped me a little bit is, success isn't just you, it's people behind the scenes helping you too. So, it totally wasn't all my fault. And also, writing is an extremely competitive field. It's like, might as well say you want to be picked first on American Idol. So, but boy, if I had these two cards before I freaking sent that book out, man, I'd be richer. I probably would have went on a nice vacation or invested. But here we're going to talk about Tarot for Insight. We're going to use a hypothetical situation here, but you probably might have a kid that's gone through this, or you might have went through this. You just got out of college, or some kind of career you spent a lot of time, maybe a lot of money on, and you get out in the field and you're finding out it just isn't for you. You work, you're tense, you don't like going to work, and you just want to freaking quit, And the first card that I picked on this person was the Judgment card. And the Judgment card, I don't know where the hell it went right now. The Judgment card is telling, here it is. The Judgment card. The Judgment card is your present self, okay? And this girl's making a judgment. I don't like my job and it really sucks. But, judgment, you take a look at this card, you'll be like, why did you make that judgment? And then she could like, oh, well, the girl I work with is a bitch. There's unorganized. I never get to do interesting jobs. So there's your reasons for your judgment, okay? But it's a judgment right now. Let's look at the tarot cards and try to get a clear a picture on what to do. So the next one is what was crossing her, and she got these 7 of Cups. Okay, and look at this card. It's got all these little choices here. It's like all little tempting little things to do, like Vegas. It's the Vegas card. But anyways, in her mind saying, if I do this, if I go to this job, if I go to school here, if I quit and do this, everything looks appealing. But this card is really false security. None of these things will make you happy, okay? It's like the 7 temptations, the 7 deadly sins. These things will not lead to happiness. So, between not wanting a job and this card, it's telling her, just stay still, let's figure this out together, okay? So then, here's your backstory or your roots, and it kind of just solidified what she was saying. She is, not happy. There's a person, well, it was upside down, but person contemplating life, wondering what to do. But this book tells you, you know what? Stay ground, stay with, stay with your friends, stay networking, keep a positive attitude. And, it's hard when good things go to shit, but try to keep a good attitude. And then this other card came into mind, and this was your past. And here's a person. It was upside down, but it's a person that is receiving alms from somebody. That means receiving help. And here's a young girl, probably maybe her mom helped her to college, or she got a student loan, but she's like, she feels like she should stay on this path because she's receiving alms from people. But this card is also telling you there's people to help you. So despite the dire job situation, maybe see a career counselor, or, ask an older relative, did this ever happen to you? What can I do, Because, kids go out half-cocked, and here's where the Fool came on. Here's your, what you want, right, waiting. This is what your quick future is, and it was a Fool upside down. And, the Fool is that person that has that all or nothing attitude, just quit, take this job and shove it. That's the Fool right there. And, this card's, don't be rash. We know you hate your job. We know it, okay? But the card was upside down, Not only is he falling on a cliff when it's upside, but when it's upside down, he's falling on his damn head. So now this girl's looking at a reading. She's going, man, I really need to just keep my shit, keep cool, Just don't do any changes. Because this card even reinforced the fact that this is a young person, Page of Wands, very creative person, very passionate person, but also a very immature, dramatic type of person. So, she's got all this, like, just wanting to quit this job, wanting to go. But the Judgment card, wanting to go, wanting to see all these things, But look at, you're going to be a fool, and you're going to act like an ass if you do that, okay? You're just going to have to lie in your judgment, okay? Lie in your judgment. Stay networking, okay? Let people help you, because sometimes you can't make a decision right now, Sometimes you got to lay back, gather more information before you do something stupid. Like, my own life, for an example. If I had this information before I sent out my money for a book that didn't sell very good, maybe I would have thought different, So you could save someone, save someone the same pain with a reading. That's kind of basically says the same thing. So, that's another little snippet of tarot for insight. We all got kind of questions, all been down bad roads, just explaining how insight works. it could work in the past too. You can look at something in the past that, why was my mom such a, what? But, you might gain some insight. Insight, maybe maybe you were a victim of abuse of somehow. Um, you can learn how to let go and, you know, get your own power back, because sometimes when you're belittled your whole life, you never really know your own power. Cards can empower you. Uh, I just love tarot cards. You don't even need to read them for me. Just read them for yourself. Get a book at the library about tarot or order it on Amazon and do them for yourself. I'm just explaining a passion I like and how it helped me. So I do appreciate the people that have been listening to my channel. I'm learning a little more every day in my craft, and maybe I'll do something a little different next time, just to shake it up. And okay, all right, maybe I didn't get enough attention as a kid. That's why I'm always on these YouTube channels. All right, bye guys, have a good one.